But for every hand that lifts to harm, thousands more link across the globe. For friendship and family, for love and joy, to heal wounds and be the ones who lift us. To bring peace to those who still struggle, who are ready to just give up. We can look at the world for what it is, but see her for what she could be. With two roads diverging, the choice is ours. Will we choose destruction or humanity? Sometimes I wish I had a time machine to go back to simpler days. But I was just a kid, I didn't understand that with growth comes pain. Wronged us, who oppress and cage and hurt. But with the same hands that make fists to fight, let's lift the broken up from the dirt. We have every reason to be upset, every reason to want to scream. When it's buried in all of the hate, the love can be so hard to see. But we do our best, not just for us, but for those we know will follow. To prepare the world for what will come, to see sunrise on a better tomorrow. Sometimes I wish I had a time machine so I could see what that future's like. But I'm in control of what action I take, so that future starts tonight.
Oh no, it's still playing. And my alarm's going off. I'm awake.
Wake up.
I am awake. Okay. I kinda wanna make sure everything is working.
Oh no,
Wait.
it's still playing.
Oh no, there's my voice! Oh no! How do I turn that off?
Wake up.
There we go. Okay. We're here now, and my hair is kind of weird because I showered at nighttime, and then I slept on it. Dang. It's Thursday and not Friday. And I'm already tired from all of the work I've done so far in the week. But this will be the last big day of work. On Fridays I can do class prep, so that's a lot of alone time or grading time as well, and I don't have to overexert myself socially. Hey Mike. Yeah, I'm sorry. How are you doing besides having another never-ending meeting? And for me, D&D got canceled last night because, we were all in Discord and then the power went out for the DM. So we're gonna do it again on Friday. But at least it's Friday and not next week. So I have something to look forward to this week. But, coffee. something I need to do is go through this Unix book so that I can help the student who's in Unix class, because that quickly got past where I'm at in my scripting knowledge. No more meetings after this for over a week. Yay! Oh yeah, and tomorrow's a holiday, so like Rye gets that off. But since it's not a time I have to meet people, I'm gonna be working anyway tomorrow. But I am excited for you, Mike, that you have a vacation. That is good. I mean, technically, we had spring break, and then we had like an extra week for spring break for our college. But that wasn't for the teachers to rest. That was for the teachers to get caught up and then move everything online, because the campus officially closed like 2 days before spring break. And they're like, we're going to extend spring break, and every class is going online now. Good luck. Have fun at transferring that in 2 weeks. So, yeah, for the most part, the classes and stuff that I have are good to go, besides that I just have to write labs until the end of the semester, and then, continue writing my discrete math stuff. But I don't know. I didn't get a spring break. I mean, I kind of did. The time limit was lax, but yeah. So otherwise, I don't know. I've been missing AOL Instant Messenger in these times. At least like when I was a teenager, like it's weird. Like I was looking at the Facebook Messenger, all of the maths. I was looking at Facebook Messenger and I realized you can't group people or organize your list. From what one of the help FAQs said, it says it like automatically sorts your list of friends algorithmically based on, like, I don't know, recent contacts and amount of engagement with them. And I'm just like, don't freaking algorithmatize my friend list. Just let me make a group. Let me have my best friends group and put people in here. Let me have my, work people group or my school people group. Let me organize my own friends. Let me move Mike over random person. Like, I know you're not on Facebook Messenger though, but like everyone's like, well, we have Discord, and like, it's not the same. I do have Discord, but it's not the same. I just need AIM, or maybe my less preferred MSN Messenger or Yahoo Messenger. I would say AOL Instant Messenger, Yahoo Instant Messenger, MSN Messenger. Because all my friends were on AIM. Yahoo Messenger had cool plugins like a comic book mode. And MSN Messenger, I just got spammed from British people who thought I was somebody else. That's all I remember. Yeah, well, you're a British person, so maybe that's why you were on it. I don't know. But I feel like all of my friends were on AIM. All of my internet friends. I had some friends from college who were on AIM. I didn't have a lot of real life friends for a long time. Ooh. Yeah, but you know what? I don't know. I might be a little loud here. I'm gonna adjust the volume. Do you guys use MS Teams for work or like Slack? 'Cause I've used both. And it's surprising to me that MSN had a messenger for like over a decade. And yet MS Teams is so bad. It's so bad. But, oh no, I'm in the IRC room as well, and one of my buddies said that the company is blocking videos on YouTube. That is sad. Let your employees watch YouTube. Seriously. Slack is better, but And speaking of, like, it's weird to come into conflict on the internet with someone from a younger generation, and I don't normally dump on the younger generation. Us millennials need to be there for Gen Z all the way. But yesterday there was like an instance, and I felt like inside I was like, how dare you? This is my internet. How dare you come on my turf and fuck with me? Like, I was just like really indignant. Like, I was here first. I'm older than you. I got these usernames. You can't take my username. How dare you steal my username to post your Fortnite videos? And then like the guys, like friends who all had pictures that looked like 12-year-olds or 13-year-olds, like got on my Instagram and posted like, change your username, and like, what, you only have 100 followers but you posted 2,000 times, you're not famous. I'm like, this is my personal frickin' Instagram, get out of here, kid. So that was fun yesterday. But like someone else on Facebook had posted, what if this had happened 15 years ago, which I think for me, I would have been more at home. Because I spent my 20s trying to make friends, trying to find balance between being on the computer and having other things to do, like other hobbies, things to do offline, friends to meet and stuff. But let's see, I'm 32, so 15 years ago I was 17. So I was going to college then, but I still like mostly, I had some friends in person at college, but I still mostly had most of my friends online. And I would have been fine, like just using AIM and going on message boards and posting on our Zyngas or our live journals, and keeping up with people that way. But now that I've had a decade of becoming less nerdy, it's a little harder. I want to like go out to the Santa Fe Cafe with my friend Abby. Like, I can't go see her. Your 20s have been meh. I got a half. Oh man. Oh yeah, I am older than you, right? Dang. It's funny because I assume everyone that is a friend of mine from YouTube is like exactly my age. It's just how my brain processes it. Don't worry. Like, yeah, get rid of those 20s. It's fine. There's what is good about being in your 20s? Not really much. You just, like for me, just very sad and depressed and don't know what I'm doing with my life. Of course, I still don't know what I'm doing with my life. At least I know I like to teach. Still have job insecurity. I'm 32. So, yay! Everything's good. Of course, if we had this pandemic while I was still living with my parents, which is, I moved out when I was 21, actually, I probably would not have been happy. My happiness greatly improved once I lived alone, which was not until I was maybe 22. Because, yeah, the first set of roommates, but then I moved into my own apartment. And guess how much that was? A 1-bedroom apartment. And I'm going to do the old person thing. A 1-bedroom apartment in Raytown, Missouri in 2010, I guess, was $400 a month, like $450 a month. I'm like, my parents are like, I could buy gas with a nickel. Like, that sort of thing. My mom always used to say she used to rent some apartment that was already fully furnished. And I'm like, wish I could do that. You know, you're feeling more motivated to invest time in projects now that we're stuck at home all the time. I don't really know what my long-term goal is. Okay, Sammy is in the Discord, so if you want to join the discussion, I'll just say what you say. At some point, if we get enough viewers, maybe we'll just move the chat to Discord or do audio chat in Discord or something. But you're in meetings, so you'll lose out on that. You know, I'm kind of just living under the impression that we're at home until I hear otherwise. So I don't know how long this all is going to be. Could be the entire year. But I haven't thought about what I want to accomplish during the pandemic. Like, I'm usually very much like, need to be productive at all times. And I guess that's still kind of the case, but I just don't have any long-term goals. Like, I don't know what I want to do. I want to sleep. Like, I guess things will be a little different once the semester's over. And I am hoping that they hire me to teach in the summer as well. Because otherwise, I'll be a little boned. But usually I teach in the summers because there's not a lot of much of demand for teaching in the summers from the full-time faculty. And the summer pay is better than the 16-week pay. And I hope I get hired for the fall semester. So they were posting out like full-time job postings right before all this, like a month before all of this. And the last thing I heard was, we don't know if we're still going to hire full-time. I'm like, I really need a stable job. Please hire me. I would very much like to work full-time for a college instead of for Poopy McPooperson's Custom Software Agency, Inc. I'll do plenty of sleeping and probably lots of programming in the week. Yeah. Like, once the semester is over, there's usually maybe 3 or 4 weeks between the semester. Of course, part of that's used for class prep for the next semester, but it'll be nice to have a break where I can just kind of, you know, yeah. I mean, I get emails still saying, like, so-and-so company is hiring, and, you know, like, 2 months ago, I'd see a posting on Twitter, like, Valve is hiring, and I'd be like, do you guys hire remote? And they're like, nope. I'm like, well, how about now? Maybe I could, like, get a job at a good company. If they hire remote and maybe aren't based in Kansas City, then, you know, maybe that'll give me a chance to go, like, hey, Khan Academy, you hiring? Something? I don't know. But I do really like teaching. It's currently my favorite job. Oop. I do wish I had time to just make stupid YouTube videos all the time. But I'm not counting on any sort of, like, making much money off of that. I make $5 a month in ad revenue right now. And that's not even from recent videos. That's from, like, I have my Allegro versus SDL versus SFML video. That does really well. I have my intro to the heck is source control. That does really well. I have my introduction to Esperanto. That does really well. So those are the things making me $5 a month. And then I have like my constructed language channel, and I want to make stuff for that. But I can't put ads on it because I don't have enough subscribers or views or whatever. So, no money from the Esperanto community views. But it would be easier to make like cartoons and stuff if I got something out of it a little bit for the time investment. I would do everything for free if we didn't have to pay bills. Like, if we didn't have to pay to eat and live in a place, I would make free educational content all the time. And you'd have so much free educational content out there. But that's not how things are right now. Yeah. I mean, like, so we've been on YouTube since before any monetization, and I was very against putting ads in my videos for a very long time. But once it became very commonplace, like you just assume you're going to see an ad when you click on something now, then I added that. I used to make like $100 a year from just having those beginner's guide and game programming tutorials, which $100 a year isn't much, but it's something that could like possibly pay for my web hosting or something. But yeah, this is true. That's again why like most of my projects are just like one-day projects. But so like on my constructed language channel, I have been taking public domain episodes of Superman, like from the 1940s, the cartoon, and then overdubbing them in Esperanto and changing the story so it's like silly and stuff. That takes about a day to do all of the editing, all of the making new sounds or finding new sounds, all of the recording, rendering it, uploading it, subtitling it in English and Esperanto. Like, I can pop those out in a day. If I had to actually animate from scratch, it would take a lot longer. But yeah, that's why, like, I don't know, streaming right now is better because it doesn't take too much energy from me, and it's somewhat fun because, like, if I play Dragon Age, it's like, yay, Dragon Age, and all that. But I don't know, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that kind of like, this person just stole TikToks and posted them so that they could get ad revenue. Oh, good. Or I've seen some kids watching like, this video is just pictures from Reddit with a robot voice reading the description. I'm like, this person is making money from like doing no work, like just taking people's content. And I'm like, oh, good. But I would like to still animate if that was at all a thing I could have time for. And I would really like to make educational tutorials. But right now, like doing the little like, here, let's program in Python for 20 minutes. Like, that's easy to do. But it's not, like, I like to make my video lectures and tutorials more like the Beginner's Guide to Game Programming, or even like my C++ videos, which aren't as nice looking, but at least like built, scripted, concise, good to look at, easy to understand. So like, I prefer to make my educational videos that way, but like, I've never liked the programming tutorials where you're just viewing an editor and the person talks and types. Like, that's good for examples of how to code, but that's not going to get you the concepts you need. Yeah, I didn't even know those Reddit bot voice videos existed until I started hanging out with kids. Or, let's see, what else? Some of the kids I hang out with really like Project Zorgo, which is like it's like presented as real, but it's definitely scripted, where like this group of youngins are trying to find a hacker or something, and then every time they get into sort of like a situation, they're like, oh no, comment down below what you think's gonna happen. Or something. Or, man, like, I watched one of the other kids watch like Fortnite videos, and they're like, oh, if I don't make this jump, you gotta subscribe, and then, like, I don't like that. Like, I've almost never asked anyone to subscribe to my channel, but just the whole, like, you gotta subscribe if I do this, or thumbs up if I do that, like, it just feels so exploitative. It's gross. But it's not as bad as some of the kids' content on YouTube. Can you drink some water? Content about unit tests are good. Man, I never even watched RuneScape videos growing up. I don't like them kids in their Fortnites. They don't know a real shooter like Quake 3 Arena. Ooh. I mean, if like YouTube was around and I could like watch videos of Quake 3 back when I was 13, I would have been into that. It's kind of funny because like I remember from the age like 13 on, I felt very much the same as I do now, as far as I always felt like I looked like I do and brain-wise felt like I do, but I know that's not true. I know I have matured both mentally and physically since then, but I remember always like thinking I was like very much an adult during my teens, and then I like look at other 13-year-olds and I'm like, I must protect you. But on the plus side, RuneScape Classic is still around, and we can play some RuneScape if you ever want to. I had it on my phone for a while, but I think I'd rather play it on PC still. If anyone wants to play RuneScape, let's play RuneScape. Now is the time. I mostly like just grew up on Newgrounds, so I'm watching the Flash videos. And I mean, Newgrounds is still around, but I kind of miss doing that, but I don't have the energy to go like sift through so many Flash videos or just, you know, general videos and be like, blam, 5, 3, whatever. Yeah, my cousin and my sister and I always played RuneScape together. We played another free RPG from like Korea called Fairyland. But RuneScape is pretty good, and it's pretty much what I expect in an MMO, and like no MMOs give me that anymore. Like I just want to be able to aimlessly wander around, learn to bake bread, improve my bread baking skill, and then maybe also go mine stuff and kill things. I don't like the new style MMOs. I don't like these new style MMOs that put you on a rail and make you do tutorials and give you a storyline. RuneScape and EverQuest and Ultima Online was where it's at. Bah! World of Warcraft is garbage. I played World of Warcraft for a little bit. Sammy says, I just want to sit there and chop trees for hours. Yeah, you know, I have a lot of memories of being in that one farm in RuneScape and killing cows and cutting trees and making bonfires and cooking some beef. Like that was what we did as 13-year-old girls. So 13-year-old peoples. I don't know. I think of myself as a youngin' as still kind of like a girl. Even though I don't really think of myself now as a girl. I never played Star Wars Galaxies. Is that the one that everyone says was super good until they messed it up? Like, I played WoW with my friends at the time for a little bit, but it was just hard to stay with. And I was a really cool big cow lady. Let's see if I can put my freaking hair back. I can't find any of my hairpins, so I can't actually get my hair out of my face. Yeah. Sammy also said Star Wars Galaxies was super good till combat update. It's like, yeah, that's what I've heard. Are there any... I was gonna say, are there any open source MMOs? And I know the Mana World is open source. And then I guess you just can host a server if you want. I don't know what else there is that is an open source MMO. Because at least that way you could kind of preserve what you want. And we're almost out of time, but I'm at least going to say I freaking love like player server versions of Ragnarok Online. I never played the actual Ragnarok Online. I always played player server ones where there was like EXP boosts. That was so good. Oh, freaking A. Yeah, Mirage Source. Sammy reminds me about Mirage Source. Yes. Oh my god. I need to find those files and maybe do a video about memories from playing with like the Mirage Online Player Worlds stuff. That thing is amazing. There's also a Python port of it that I played with for a little bit. But that will be for another day. Because I think it's at 9:30 and I need to go prepare for work today. And I have a ton of emails from my first student that I need to look at before we meet in a half hour. So you just sent me tons and tons of emails. Alright, well, I will do this again tomorrow morning. It'll be Friday morning, and then probably not on the weekends. You guys can entertain yourselves on the weekend. But thanks, Mike and Sammy, for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.